Great Oak was one that impressed both of us. They got a lot of experience coming back, 7 wide receivers that had experience from last year. Carson Luna is the guy that makes it all come together, though, at the quarterback position. So you got to get a shot of his socks here, Mr. Erkley. These are from the Nike Track Nationals, got the Oregon socks. Enrollment's down at these smaller private schools because, with the economy being what it was, those parents let those kids graduate. But now, you don't have another influx of parents that are willing to shell out the dough.
Snoop Dogg, actually.
The old Snoop-a-loop?
The old Snoop-a-loop.
Yeah.
He had some not-so-nice things to say about Mission Viejo in general, and went ahead and used Twitter as his forum to do so. Snoop Dogg is actually the coach of Long Beach Poly's freshman team.
Is he really?
He is, indeed.
I did not know that.
Snoop had probably had his tagging days, and so I tagged his post up a little bit here.
Oh, does he? He doesn't cuss, does he?
Never.
Oh, okay.
Snoop Dogg would never do that in his lyrics or his Twitter account.
Logan Tutwiler finding Anthony Johnson. We called both of those names quite a few times out there at Paloma Valley.
Makes the play, takes the whack to the face.
Now, Erkley initially wasn't impressed with that, but once he took the whack to the face, that made his radar.
Sun Belt League, another league that Elsinore, a team that didn't exactly have the best passing league, but has been racking up the wins better than Moreno Valley, and they hope to rack up another win.
Here, right there, leading those picks. And so here's one that you can mark down this week, Temescal Canyon Elsinore. Temescal Canyon's going to upset Elsinore in my mind. I'm really impressed with what I saw last week from Temescal Canyon against Heritage.
When Frank Martin grows funny or humorous, a startling metamorphosis occurs. The creature is driven by funny and pursued by an overbearing fan.
Mr. Cruz, don't make me funny. You wouldn't like me when I'm funny.
The creature is wanted for a bad joke he didn't tell. Frank Martin is believed to be dead, and he must let the world think that he is dead until he can find a way to control the raging comedian that dwells within him.
Hello, America. How are you for the final time? Welcome into the Mountain Studios. This is 5 and 15, and I am your host, Frank Martin. As you know, we've got a lot to do before they turn the lights out on us, so let's get to it. 5 things to do in Denver when your network is dead. They look like this. Our top story being, well, saying goodbye. The old-fashioned way, in person. Soak it in, people. The final game productions we will ever do on the mountain. Things start on May 24th, and they conclude on May 26th, unless I believe there's like a if necessary game 7 of the World Series type stuff. Anyways, what I invite you to do is log on to the MTN.TV. That is the MTN.TV for a complete listing of our network and baseball tournament schedule. The Mountain West Baseball Tournament will be a hoot. It is always a classic, and here's an example of what.
Over Utah. This one may stay in. Oh! Cavazos! Oh my God!
Will, welcome to the show. I'm glad you're here. How you doing, buddy?
I'm great, man. Really good. Really good.
All right, Will Holden, everybody. Thanks for joining the show.
Dude, I wrote a whole show.
Yeah, but I told you before we only had time for one question. I asked it. I'm going to make it up to you. Everybody, right now, I hope you enjoy this. It's the best of Will Holden from 5 and 15.
I'm joined now by our esteemed mountain anchors, Bill Dolman and Marius Payton. And all I can say is, boy, do I feel underdressed.
Yes, you are.
Yeah. Question mark for proper punctuation.
Have you ever seen a newborn giraffe born on a frozen pond and they try to get up the walk the first time?
There's also the fact that I left my debit card at Applebee's last weekend, so that's not an option either. Put the cones on it there. Cones on it there. And now you have a Stussy sign.
It's the wrong one.
On Southwest, bags fly free.
Oh, all right.
Bang, 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 boom. That is exactly what we're going to leave you with. You heard some things you probably wanted to hear, some things you didn't.
Let's get out of here.
Thanks for the time.
Who is this cat?
Chris.
There's a lot of intensity out there today. I like that. A lot of competition. We got to do some hitting, some one-on-one drills, both line matchups, blitz pickups, and then one-on-ones with receivers and DBs together. And the guys competed really hard. Probably a little too hard maybe at times today. We got a little over the top.
He wants to be a first-team all-base guy like his coach. He better be a practice player.
Put this on camera.
It's going. He hasn't done anything all practice, and now he does 2 touchdowns.
I'm going to be better than my Missoula coach here.
No. Trust me. He's having a sophomore slump until today.
It's been such a journey for you, talking about last year and you guys going 0-10, and I was talking with you as you came off the field, and all you kept saying was finally, 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 man. Talk about what's going through your head.
Oh, well, yeah, of course, finally. It's just we put in so much work in this off season, and last year, just the tragedy of last year, just so much injuries and a lot of hard comings, but this year, just topping it off, it's just a great start.
Talk a little bit about reuniting with your dad. I mean, he was in jail for 6 months. There on a charge kind of related to drug stuff with him, and just chat a little bit about first thing that went through your mind when you ran out of the locker room all sweaty and you gave him a big hug.
Oh well, it's really surreal to me right now. It's still sinking in. He's at my house right now, and I don't know, just seeing him the way he is, finally getting to have my whole family together clean and just winning a game with my whole family there like that. It's just, it's great just finally seeing him now. Getting to a little bit of a lighter note, you've been signing some autographs and stuff. You've just gone full on celebrity? Oh, there's kids at school that I've probably seen once or twice through 3 years, and they're coming up to me telling me how their parents are crying and stuff like that. It's just, I don't know. It's kind of crazy, but it's cool to just know that people know my story now. Mm-hmm.
58 inland Southern California natives will call the Pac-12 their college football home in 2011. The first to make an appearance on the main stage was Colorado quarterback Tyler Hansen, a graduate of Chaparral High School in Temecula. Hansen led the Pumas all the way to the CIF title game against Norco as a junior in 2006. He perhaps gained the most acclaim for orchestrating the upset of top-ranked Corona Centennial in the quarterfinals that season. But he still catches a lot of grief for his team's 21-20 loss the following season to crosstown rival Vista Murrieta, where his dad is an assistant coach. After tying the game on a last-second touchdown, Hansen convinced Leach to go for a 2-point conversion and the win. He told Leach that Oregon-bound running back Talmadge Jackson could complete a throwback pass to him for the winning score. The thing he didn't tell his high school coach was that he couldn't catch.
I dropped the pass, so I wasn't too happy about that. And it was actually funny. We had a signing day party that year, and the Vista Murrieta coaches came over because they're my dad's friends, and they had a picture framed of me sitting on the floor after I dropped it, and Vista Murrieta players like going crazy, and they wrote a little message right there, and it was pretty funny. So yeah.
What was the message? Care to share it?
It was like, for your sake, Coach Hawkins, who was a former coach at Colorado, never saw this picture, and it was funny. So. Yeah.